Hey guys, Coach Rob here, CrossFit Winslow. I'm posting this video and I'm going to send an email to my email list and probably put a blog post up about it. But last week I posted something about the difference between like a main vision and then goals that you could set to get there. One of my athletes, Steve, shout out Steve Hibsch, mentioned to me that maybe identifying a framework on how to get there, and he used the SMART goals example. And so what I thought I would do is maybe show people what SMART goals are if you've never heard of it before. Sometimes I've been in the industry, fitness industry, for a long time, and goal setting always comes up, so I've heard about this for years. So I'm going to break it down fast and simple. I don't want to spend too much time explaining it. I'm going to send an email along with this video attachment, but what it basically breaks down to is SMART is an acronym, and in this case we're using it for specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, T-Rob, and time-bound. Time-bound. Pretty important all around. So, last week when I brought it up, the idea of specificity, that's a word, being specific when it comes to the goal or the dream or the vision that you're going after. I mean, to the point of put pictures of, if it's a weight loss goal, put a dress up you want to get. If it's a bodybuilding or a body composition goal, find pictures of someone that's built the way you want to be built. Put up in front of you. If it's a car, cut out the car. Buy the 16th model that they have of it. Put it in front of you. Anything we can do to get more specific and dial down exactly what the goal is. And I'll give some examples of that in a second. Measurable. You should be able to know day after day, week after week, if you're getting closer to what you want, right? That kind of goes to what I spoke on last week. If your main goal, if you will, is a vision, the vision of wherever you want to end up, then the goals that you set afterwards, they all need to be measurable to get there. Achievable. Now here's this kind of, I'm a big fan of BHAGs. I don't know if you guys know what those are. Big, hairy, audacious goals. I can't remember who said it first. I should be able to tell you that. Is that Brian Tracy? I don't know. Not 100% sure. Big, hairy, audacious goals, right? Goals that should scare you. But when we get down to breaking down the goals or the measures that we have to take to get to what our specific goal is, we want those things to be achievable and immeasurable so we can track them and can we move forward towards them, right? For example, if my goal was, let's go weight loss, and I wanted to lose, well, let's tell you about that. Specific weight loss. Weight loss is not specific. I want to lose 10 pounds. Now we're getting more specific, right? And it's a measurable amount. You can, and it's fairly achievable depending on, we're going to get back down here to time bound in a second. Relevant, all right? The relevance is in my opinion, maybe I don't understand it good enough, but I don't know that, I think it's the most nebulous of the five. I heard someone explaining it once about the idea of like where to spend your time working specifically to your main goal, and sort of like the lowest amount of effort you can put in to get the biggest return, kind of like the 80-20 rule. You want to look at, okay, here's my main goal, losing 10 pounds, right? Let's say my main goal is losing 10 pounds. And I could do a whole lot of things to get to that main goal. I may want to look at all these different bubbles that I have that are ways to get to it and say, okay, out of these four, which one is going to give me the most bang for my buck, if you will? Like, let's say 20% comes from eating right and moving your body. Let's focus on those guys, even though, your daily, I don't know, maybe your daily ice bath or daily something else can contribute to it. We want to get the ones that are most relevant to you achieving your goal. That might not be the way to explain it, but that's how I feel. Now, time bound, this one is important, right? We want to put some kind of time bound on it. So I like sticking with this 10 goals, 10 pound thing. I think I actually saw it on the video myself once. But the 10 pounds, and this is the exact example that the video gave, if I'm not mistaken. The 10 pounds is a great goal. It's measurable. But the second that we say, I want to lose 10 pounds in 10 weeks, now it becomes, woo, we're way more. Something you're attached to, you can check it weekly, like, am I on pace to lose this 10 pounds? Is 10 pounds in 10 weeks realistic for someone at my body fat percentage? I mean, that's how you can, you look at someone, if you're like me and you're fairly lean and you're sitting around the 10 to 12% body fat, trying to lose 10 pounds in 10 weeks would probably not be that healthy. 1 pound a week, I mean, even that's probably doable, to be honest. You know, someone. Anyways, that's the idea: is to get it as accurate and as doable over a course of time that's realistic. But I really believe if you can pick on the specific, the measurable, the achievable, and you know, now the more I talk about the relevant side of it, making sure that you're choosing the goals that are the mini goals or the steps that are most important to get you the biggest bang for your buck, for sure, and then stick a timeline on it. I know as a coach, doing specific and measurable is much easier for me. Like if John comes to me and he says, Rob, I want to be able to get 6 pull-ups, and I say, or I'm sorry, I want to be able to get pull-ups. I want to be able to do a pull-up. I want to be able to do a pull-up. You know, and it's nebulous in terms of I'd like to be able to do a pull-up by this open in 3 months, or I'd like to be able to do a pull-up by XYZ time. It gives me, as a coach, a much clearer idea of what to do with him. Now, if he comes to me with a general goal, I just want to be able to pull-ups one day, I'm going to talk him into, okay, so let's look at what that looks like. You know, where we at? What's John's current physical level? Let's say that I determined probably in the next 6-8 months, John should be able to do a pull-up. I'm going to take that and work backwards from it, right? And see what he needs to do weekly to get to that pull-up, right? And that's how goal setting works. That's the SMART method. Probably could be explained a little bit better. It sounds better in my email. I just wanted to give you kind of a face to put to it and an idea how to work it. Thanks a lot, guys. Talk to you soon.